I'm really delighted to be here. My job is not to talk too long, but to give you a little bit of information about Andrew Rasiej and why he's going to receive the Common Cause New York Democracy in Action Award for his efforts in, quote, leadership pioneering the use of the internet to foster broad and direct citizen participation in elections and civic life. I'm going to give you a few of his credentials, and really briefly, believe me, because you'd rather hear from him, I will tell you a little bit more, not just about what he's done, but who he is. So he embodies the spirit of Common Cause, and specifically Common Cause New York. He's a local guy. He's also the founder of the Personal Democracy Forum, an annual, initially US and now spreading to Europe conference and community website focusing on and promoting the intersection of politics and technology. Its mission is to give everyone fullest opportunity to be engaged in civic life and government policy using the capabilities of the internet, which allow us not simply to listen to our government, but to answer back and to talk among ourselves about it without needing a bully pulpit like this. Everyone has access to the internet and can use it to do more than simply hang out on Facebook. Or they can use Facebook to talk politically. Andrew's award-winning blog, Tech President, helps us to understand the way in which presidential candidates use the web and also how the web uses them. His trenchant commentary in Politico.com likewise helps us understand not just presidential elections, but what happens after them, such as what we're going through now. In Andrew's 2005 campaign for New York City Public Advocate, he was an early proponent of making low-cost wireless internet access available to all New Yorkers so that they can easily connect with one another and, again, participate in modern life and politics. And most recently, the Sunlight Foundation, where he works as a consultant, but to me there's lots of people from the Sunlight Foundation here today. We had a board meeting, so everybody's important, but certainly Andrew is one of the most important people in making Sunlight Foundation and its mission, not just of transparency in government, but of a population that expects transparency, making that come through true. But let me talk not just about his credentials, let me talk about a first-generation Polish-American who grew up in New Jersey. He says no one even knew where Poland was. His parents are here with him tonight, and I'm delighted to welcome him here. He went to Catholic schools. This is all the result of a brief interview this afternoon after the Sunlight Foundation board meeting. And then he went to Cooper Union, where he could attend for free without requiring support from his parents. He started working in real estate and architecture, but instead of going on to build big buildings and make lots of money, he started to look around and realized that wasn't what the city needed. He took one dilapidated building, Irving Plaza, which is probably known to many of you, and made it into an anchor of Union Square's revitalization, created a music hall, and I live in the neighborhood. It's great since all that happened. He adopted Washington Irving High School, which was across the street from Irving Plaza, went inside and discovered, this was in the late 90s, they had no computers. So he sent an email to 10 friends, and if you know Andrew, you know his friends come along with him. So 200 people showed up at the first meeting of what later became Mouse, whose mission is to not just put computers in schools, but to teach the school kids to become tech support for their schools. Much as Craig Newmark, who's another Sunlight Foundation board member and is also here to honor Andrew, Craig is tech support for Craigslist. So, honorable tradition here. As a result Mouse is now active in 100 public schools in New York City and is being copied to good effect in 20 countries worldwide. Another result is that Andrew, in order to help Mouse happen and deal with school boards and so forth and so on, started talking to politicians and realized there was a whole other world out there beyond schools that needed fixing. As Andrew says, politicians don't know the difference between a server and a waiter. So I'd like to introduce the man who wants to reboot democracy for the 21st century and present the Common Cause New York Democracy in Action Award to Andrew Rasiej.